And we're back. Welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. So, playing Dragon Age Inquisition if you just got here by chance. We've been playing it for a while. We've got about somewhere between 60 and 70 hours in this playthrough. If you're familiar with the game, see what we're up to. We're not that far on the story. Really only got about 30 more hours on the schedule for it. I wonder if that's all going to fit. We've got DLC to play through and lots to do. But this is where we're going now. Wicked Eyes and Wicked Hearts. The fate of Empress Celine and in turn all of Orlais has been threatened. The Inquisition must intervene. Falling damage at Skyhold is a little different.
Inquisitor.
So this is a big set piece. This is one of the game's big set pieces. There's a lot of dialogue and NPC interaction and some fights. The plot unfolds. There's a lot of deception and intrigue. Is there any reason we should sit in judgment of anyone before going to this? What I want to do is sell some junk, put things in the stash, clear up the inventory, to get this started in a couple minutes. I don't think we have any pending upgrades to worry about. Start selling some of these lower level items if they don't have anything upgrades that I need to want to remove. That's nice, 25% crit chance, but it's a level 9 low-ish damage staff. Is there any reason I would want to keep that just because it has crit chance? Probably not. Rare daggers. Level 8 bow. Who else is going to use the bow? I'm the only one using the bow. We put Sarah on daggers. Sell that? I guess I sell that. Do I grab the ornate longbow grip out of it? Well, if I want to spend a little bit of extra time cleaning things up, I could. I'm going to go about this somewhat lazily. I'm going to go ahead and stick things in the stash that I'm not sure if I want to just sell right now. Mostly I want a clean inventory before we go on this quest, and I don't want to spend a lot of time here thinking about it right now. So I'm going to stash all kinds of things I should just sell, because I don't want to stop and think about them right now. Cole's hat, he got his upgraded hat already. I think it's okay to sell his original hat. I'm weird about stuff like that sometimes. Just reason I still have those. In war victory. That might not be as good as what we're going to craft for our mages. It might not even be as good as what our mages are wearing. Still, though. This superb one is common. Level 15, 500 heal. This one is rare. Only heals for 150, but it's level 10. Still with the Life Ward amulets. Inconsistent. Runes, we should put runes into staves. I haven't done that yet. Dorian is using level 15, 96 DPS Grand Enchanter's staff. Right.
I have detected
no
a
problem
signal
there.
embedded in the static.
Deanna, welcome. Welcome aboard and thank you for the follow. Whoops. Hold on. Dorian. Yeah, I'm looking for other mages while I'm about this. Solus is using a level 12 Tempest staff for him. Not really.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
Etney, thank you for the follow as well. All aboard! Alright. Let's just put some runes into their staffs. They don't have to be the best possible runes that we got. We're not even equipped. We're not neglecting one party member. It seems like we're neglecting another. That's on me. Special shipments. You're gonna give me more junk. Also make runes. Erupting rune. Damage versus living. Fire rune. Lightning rune. Spirit rune. On anytime. Good. Already has a spirit rune in it. Never mind. What did Dorian have? I think nothing. Needs a rune. Damage versus corrupted. Hoping to get better gear, so let's not put a master rune in there right now. Let's use something else. Damage versus living or damage versus corrupted. Or make him something general. Full damage. Consume the rune. Didn't have any other grips or anything. I could probably make some grips. We could spend some time crafting before going, but I don't think this is the time to do it. I want to craft nice tier 3 gear, weapons, and armor for the rest of the party. Let's not worry about it right now. Talking about going to this quest. I want to put things in the stash, clear up some room. Let's go. Actually, I have a limit. Can I just dump all of this stuff in there? See, we don't need to keep this. I just don't want to stop and think about it. Helm of the Inquisitor. Someone's got to be able to wear that. That. Put things around. Back on. He's going to use them. We'll keep the resist belts around. Belt. Guard max, and it's not a lot. I should probably sell that. No one's going to use it. Sigils. I still think the sigils are too much of a trade-off. Here's an example. 50% barrier minus 50% health. Okay, it's a bonus with a huge penalty. Inventory. Like the stash had a 100 limit. I think I saw something about it being almost full. I hadn't noticed the limit before. Our belt. Excellent. Inventory's all clear. Got these resist belts. We get into a situation where we might want something like that. Belts for belt. 20% heal bonus. Drain, heal on kill. Someone carry that. Okay, swap it out. They're good rings. I want to use. Hey Claire, how are things? To the party! A very cool part of the game. The did we first hear? When in Dragon Age did we first hear about the game? In Orlais, the political and social elite engage in what they call the game, and it involves a lot of spying and assassinations and parties and dancing. And is that oversimplifying it? I'm not sure that actually is oversimplifying it. That's pretty much what it is. A lot of political and social backstabbing with a front of pretty dresses, masks, and extravagant balls.
Any
So
Venatori
that's-
activity?
If
Where
my
we're going.
agents find anything, you will be the first to know.
More precisely, an assassin is stalking the Empress. Celine's death would plunge Orlais into chaos, leaving it an easy target for Corypheus. At the Winter Palace of Halam Sharal, Celine is holding peace talks with her rebellious cousin, Grand Duke Gaspard, under the guise of a grand ball. Every noble in the Empire will attend, making it the perfect place and time for Corypheus's assassin to strike. We can arrange an invitation to attend to keep him from destroying Orlais if we hurry. Recommended levels, actually 17, so should not have any trouble.
We have to reach
any
the
major
Empress
trouble
before
with the
Corypheus.
combat.
The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely everyone will be there. During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for peace talks with the usurper Duke Gaspard and Ambassador Briala.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
AG, I thank you for bringing that up. Probably won't remember all of it, so I'll take any advice that you've got when I get there, but there will be parts where we go wandering off from the main party to do things. There won't be enough time to really do everything that you could find, loot everything, find every secret, explore the entire palace, but we will be called back at a few times. So it is time. Once we're called back, we pretty much have to go. We don't have to go right away. I'm going to take KG's advice, though. Tell us a little bit more about the players.
What do we know about Duke Gaspard?
The man who would have been Emperor. He's Celine's cousin, and was first in line to inherit the throne when Emperor Florian died. Celine outmaneuvered him. She won over the Council of Heralds, who hold authority over title disputes. She became Empress, and he a general in the Imperial Army. He's well loved by the troops. He's also a Chevalier. Most of their number sided with him when he turned on the Empress.
Aren't the Chevaliers part of the army? Why would they follow the Duke?
Most Chevaliers are sworn to serve the crown, but that does not give them faith in the person wearing it. The Empress has tried to improve relations with Ferelden and Navarra. The Chevaliers see her as anti-military. They believe Gaspard could lead the Empire back to the glory of Draken's expansion years.
Entropic, when in the Dragon Age timeline is this? Do you mean in relation to the other games, or more specifically, how long does it all take place? AG's on point with an answer. 10 years after Origins. The events of the second game, Dragon Age 2, took place over a period of years, but in part were in tandem with the events of Origins. So while the events of Origins are going over here, people flee Lothering and they end up in Kirkwall, and then what happened in Origins happens while stuff in Dragon Age 2 gets started and then continues, and this is 10 years after Origins. Thank you, KG.
Who is this Ambassador Briala?
Dragon Age
An
Rockstar.
ambassador in name only, she has organized the elves of Halam Sharal into an underground army. The Empress invited her to the peace talks in a bid to gain the elves' alliance in the war. That would be scandal enough, without the rumor that Briala is a jilted lover of Celine's. A personal grudge and a network of saboteurs at her command. Promising lead.
As with so many of these things that we decide throughout the series, many of them have more flavor. The results of the decisions have more flavor than massive impact. Didn't mean for that to be a pun, but Mass Effect would sort of be the exception. Mass Effect did a great job, at least leading up to the very end. Let's not talk about the end of Mass Effect right now. I don't want to get anyone triggered here. But they did a great job, at least up to that point, of making pretty big changes out of the decisions that we had. Better, I think, than Dragon Age did.
Wait, the elven leader is a jilted lover of the Empress.
It's not widely known. Just a rumor whispered among the palace servants a few years ago. If it's true and were to get out, the Empress and an elf. The scandal could destroy Celine's court. Even if a lie, Briella could use it to blackmail the Empress. She has some connection to the throne.
Tell me everything we know about the Empress.
Empress Celine is a renowned diplomat and reformer. She works tirelessly to secure peace for the Empire. Unfortunately, many Orlesians view peace as complacency. She has yet to name an heir, leaving the future of the Empire in doubt if anything happens to her. Especially when the next in line is her cousin Gaspard, who's made few friends on the Council of Heralds.
Celine is surrounded at all times by countless guards, courtiers, servants, and vassals. What better place for an assassin to hide than the Empress's own household?
How can Gaspard still be next in line while he wages war against his Empress?
The title Grand Duke indicates that he was a prince before the Empress took the throne.
Do we need to go to the peace talks? The Empress must have personal guards. We could just warn her she's in danger.
We've made the attempt, but
It seems that our messages never reached her. Someone intercepted them.
It's better that we don't leave this to chance. If Orlais falls to Corypheus, no land is safe.
We shouldn't waste any time. Let's go to the Winter Palace.
Confirm operation. Every noble in the Empire will attend. Party selection. But we stick with the same party, or do we remake this party a whole bunch of times during this? Who do I want to bring? I forgot all about party selection for this. I kind of thought we were on our own and we just see everyone at the party. Well, Sarah, our date. Work. Oh, it's Sarah, Bull, and Cassandra. We gotta bring Cassandra. Don't they all get introductions, or is it just the party? I'm gonna bring Cassandra, because we need her introduction. Age, though. You stick with the party, can't change it around. Well then, who's good? DBA Bob says Bull. Tempted to bring Bull. Be good at the party here. I'm thinking dialogue too. I mean, if it were just combat, if it wasn't for flavor, it'd be an easy decision. I mean, Cassandra's introduction at the party is fantastic. Would bring Sarah for sure. Sarah, Cassandra. We don't get Cassandra's full name if we don't bring Cassandra, right? Do this with no mage. Man. Think we can do this with no mage? I think we can. We've got a little bit of a level advantage. one of the reasons that mages healing spells were taken away for Inquisition. Whatever you feel about that. Having to take a mage for the healing spells, or having to spec a mage for healing in the previous games, was frowned upon by some. And it, in part, or wholly, led to the decision to remove basic healing spells. So the mages don't play that role. They do revivals, though. People go down. Don't think that's going to matter too much here. Good spells, crowd control, all kinds of stuff we won't have with the mage. But Vivienne, because Court... I'm not a big fan of Vivienne. She's too snooty. Too snooty for me. Plus, she has side quests. Marisha, who are we talking about there? Cassandra or Sarah? Sarah, yeah, Sarah will help out with the staff working the party, right? The elven servants. I'm curious what Bull would think of it all. He's got to have some good dialogue. My only hesitation is no mage. We got Sarah.
The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his allies or upset the balance of power, he gains an opportunity, if not a clear advantage.
Inquisitor Trevelyan, we meet at last. I've heard so much about you. The rumors coming out of the Western Approach say you battled an army of demons. Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
And which one was the rightful one again? I keep getting them confused.
The handsome, charming one, of course, my lady. I am not a man who forgets his friends, Inquisitor. You help me, I'll help you. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful usurper? They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
I can't imagine that crowd has seen anything better than us in their entire lives.
You're a woman after my own heart, my lady. As a friend, perhaps there is a matter you could undertake this evening. This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt the negotiations. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
Tell me there's more to your suspicion than the elves were acting dodgy.
That Ambassador Briala used to be a servant of Celine's.
And more.
That is, until my cousin had her arrested for crimes against the Empire to cover up a political mistake. If anyone in this room wishes Celine harm, Inquisitor, it's that elf. She certainly has reason. Be as discreet as possible. I detest the game, but if we do not play it well, our enemies will make us look like villains. We're keeping the court waiting, Inquisitor. Shall we?
Is that the Inquisitor?
What? Emartia? Don't be absurd.
One of the Trevellians, I've heard.
All right. Right here. Which way am I looking here? Yeah, right up here. Court approval. Well, it disappeared. +5. Your Legion Court. Was pleased to see a noble, even a marcher, leading the Inquisition. You're off to a good start. Court approval. I remember that there was a court approval mechanism, and things we do will raise that or lower that. When we get called back, our approval will drop if we take too long, right? Isn't that one of the things, the main things, that brings it down? So, what I don't remember is what's our goal, how much do we need, and what do we get for it? We just get to sway everyone our way. We have enough, and what's enough? And does it need to be full? Blah, 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 blah.
I should look around.
Pardon me, my lady. Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
Yes, this is our life now. For the next little while, we're going to be snooping on...
Is this ring particularly valuable?
Its worth in coin is not as important as its social value. It was a gift from a member of the Council of Heralds. If she finds out I lost it, she will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000 years old.
What's your game? Are you trying to convince the Countess that you treasure her gift? Or just to gain importance by getting the Inquisitor to run a menial errand for you?
You just gained court approval, which is usually the result of finesse, entertaining people, or keeping up appearances. The higher court approval is, the better.
I assure you, the ring truly is lost, and I must find it or risk terrible repercussions. Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know.
Return the ring, or keep it to sell later. Yes, well.
Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Keep
Message
asking
coming in.
other people until someone finds it
Patch
for
it
you.
Is this the ring you were looking for?
Ragebeard
You
TV.
are a
Thank you
treasure.
for the host.
I cannot believe
Thank
you
you.
found it.
Ragebeard.
You have saved me a lifetime of mortification. How can I thank you enough?
Wonder how much we would have gotten for it, though.
The maker has an order.
A free marcher.
Talking to you until we get home.
I wish there was more news coming from the convent.
Good news is becoming an increasingly rare.
Christian, why was it in the fountain?
It's been
Because it's
too long
Wednesday.
since I've had any word from Valois. It's been too long since I've had any word from Valois.
Allah statuettes. Oh, forgot about that. Coming back to me now. We're gonna find some of those. How many will we find? It's kind of like the shards in the main game. Find shards, open door. Find statues, open door. Pick up Allah statue. I'll just put that in my pocket.
What is Lady Pentecost wearing?
Don't think how many we need. Is it actually displayed? Try to use it. One for a door. There are a few different doors to open. Tricky to find all the statues or most of the statues, in part because you'll be called back to the party, so we won't have time to go exploring everywhere. Another Hala statue? Or storage key. Storage key. Question of the ages, what sort of magic do you use to have unlimited pockets that don't bulge? I think that's called a bag of holding.
This is a private conversation.
School of magic is
Please
that.
leave.
How do you enchant an item? Can you create a bag of holding? Oh, find a safe spot to eavesdrop on the noble's conversation. That's right. We will be eavesdropping on a great many conversations.
Any word from the front lines?
My spies said the bodies were beyond counting.
Surely the Empress will put an end to the war tonight.
Pray, my friend. If the Maker does not hear us now, just pray.
Storage key. Secret love letter. One of 30 scandalous secrets gathered. Deliver scandalous secrets to Liliana. She'll know what to do with them. Hunter mail, arms schematic. Caprice coin, 15. Caprice coin. For a wishing well, a fountain. People throw the Caprice coins in. Make a wish. All right. Picked up one Hallis statue. Don't know if it's enough to open this door. We could try, but if it does open this door, it's one less Hallis statue we have to open other doors later. Save it. I'm not going to open that door. Yell at me really fast if you think I need to open that door or can. I just don't want to burn that one Hallis statue if we're going to need quite a few.
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I'm sure you know how to handle most nobility, but the game is nothing like the Free March's intrigues. It is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated for weakness.
Don't they sound delightful? I'm shocked we haven't invited the court to dinner at Skyhold.
The game is like Wicked Grace played to the death. You must never reveal your cards. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire court will be upon you. You are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
You're just full of joy and light this evening.
Everything will be fine. And Raste watch over us all.
15-20 seconds doesn't seem like much, but that Twitch lag makes our communication very staggered. Very staggered. Really easy to lose. Lose a grip on what was an answer to what? Which thread of the conversation is which? We're not in the main, we're in the vestibule. Familiarizing myself. Court approval, not wishes. You're in court approval, not wishes from the coins.
How can they call this a vestibule? It's a foyer.
Please, it's barely half the size of the foyer in the Imperial Palace. It's obviously just a vestibule.
I'd call it more of an antechamber myself.
No one asked you.
I had no idea.
if nothing else.
Interesting.
A lot of these eavesdrops we won't really hear anything. It'll be what just happened. The Inquisitor will go, oh, that was interesting. We're out of the loop. Whatever she heard.
Waste of time.
Yes, it was. So why did we have to do it? Thanks. You mock us. Waste of time. Winter Palace. Grand Library of Halam Shiral. Winter Palace's collection of books. One of the world's largest. Only the library of the University of Orlais and the Imperial Palace Library compare. Famed cabinet maker Gustave of Valfontaine designed and built the shelves, the finest examples of his marquetry technique still in existence. Locked from the other side.
How has the lyrium trade dropped off so sharply?
Hey, Edge.
My contact said there's a new supplier. We can't track
Welcome. Wires Royal Wing Key. These are some of the places we'll go wandering off into during the party and then have to come back from.
Gaspard never struck
I
me
heard
as
Celine
nice.
was having
Must
the
think he
entire
gains
wing
military
redecorated.
advantage with the Inquisition.
But the timing is atrocious.
Why would she do such a thing now?
This dress uniform is preposterous.
I agree.
Formal armor would have been better.
I agree.
I need to have this jacket let out a little.
This dress uniform is preposterous.
Oh, you said it.
Armor would have been better.
Right in the Inquisition.
With all the masks, I half expect people in this act like splicers from BioShock.
And now presenting
Go completely crazy.
Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Trevelyan, daughter of Ban Trevelyan of Ostwick. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the mage underground,
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
champion of the blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena,
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed, hero of Orlais, right hand of the Divine, the Iron Bull,
Come walking
leader
down.
of the famed mercenary company Bull's Chargers, as the name might imply. Her ladyship, my bulls each, of course. Sir Callan Stanton Rutherford of Honley, commander of the forces of the Inquisition, former Knight Commander of Kirkwall. Lady Liliana, Nightingale of the Imperial Court, veteran of the Fifth Blight, Seneschal of the Inquisition, and left hand of the Divine. And Lady Josephine Charette Montillier of Antiva City, Ambassador of the Inquisition.
I'm confused. They called out Cassandra. Cassandra's not here. And so forth.
Cousin, my dear sister,
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations
Yeoman is just my
after we have
official
seen to
role.
our other guests.
Unofficially, I observe the crew.
Inquisitor.
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities.
Were
We
you
will
not?
certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
This is where the game begins. You play along. You speak as you would if you were part of their game. Assassin is here! That would not be very much in line with the game, now would it?
Let's hope the breeze does not herald an oncoming storm.
Even the wisest mistake fair winds for foul. We are at the mercy of the skies, Inquisitor. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I have no words to suffice. Halam Shiral has many beauties, and I couldn't do them justice.
Your modesty does you credit, and speaks well for the Inquisition. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Why must we wear such awkward outfits?
How are my mind?
Our Inquisition is decked out and looks
Believe the Inquisition
silly.
fill its ranks with apostates.
Mother is the same as always.
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
Delighted to meet you, Lady Montillier.
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about you, but not as much as I want. Josephine writes, but she never tells me anything. Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe were performing blood rites and orgies before you stopped them.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
did you hear such nonsense?
No, it's all true.
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Of course, every word. Especially the parts where everyone was nude.
Especially those parts.
Knew it.
This may be my only chance to hear about when Josephine was a girl.
Oh, yes. As she told you about when she was 10 and...
Yvette,
Stop. Fine. What about when we were climbing the cliffs by the...
no.
She once told the Duke of...
Absolutely not.
Huh. She still plays with her doll collection when no one's looking.
Yvette, that's absurd. Absolutely preposterous.
Now we know what to get her. Her birthday.
Enjoying the ball?
I didn't mean to break the conversation
The
off quite
dancing
yet.
is so dull, your worship. But the Empress's gallery is magnificent.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Arroyo must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't quite know how to take advantage of it yet. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time I've encountered any of Josephine's family.
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal tutors. You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the city's biggest salon.
Have you actually sat down and finished the painting yet?
I must wait for my inspiration.
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in ousting her. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
I'll see you later.
Another time.
Right. Eventually, there will be some fighting at this party. Have a long ways to go to get to any fighting at
How
this
could the
party.
Emperors afford to renovate the palace?
With that war going on?
Crotchrot, I heard that it wasn't
Squire.
renovations at all.
He's a she.
The palace was
As a
damaged by
bastard.
Gaspard's
Extra
cattle.
toes. What a fun,
You
close
fired
marrying
on the
crowd.
Winter Palace? That's monstrous.
Making any new friends?
Not likely. I'm watching them watch you. They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet. Pathetic.
Think I can get you to dance with me later?
Me on their precious tiles? That's a good one. Besides, I don't. That's not me, yeah? Couldn't be me.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Briala is friggin' funny. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Don't know the rest, but that explains a lot. They're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
They're as good at distilling things.
Any hidden treasures from friends of your little network?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these windy tits hate them enough to give up a stash or two? I'm not saying yes, but wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hidden around. Keep an eye out.
Back soon.
Not going anywhere.
3 hidden stashes. Compendium of Orlesian Theater. Most unusual part of Orlesian theater, appropriately enough, revolves around our southern neighbors' love of masks. Every actor wears a mask, and every mask follows a hierarchy of shape and colors that indicates to the audience the character's importance. Half-face green masks indicate a leading male role, for example, while half-face purple masks are for primary female characters. Full white masks are reserved for roles of no clear gender, such as spirits, except for demons, whose masks must always be black and red. Further complicating matters for those new to Orlesian theater, an actor's race or sex has no bearing on the parts they can play. If a director believes they can sell the part, men play dowagers, women can play dukes, and even an elf can play a king. Once donned, the mask is understood to be absolutely them. None of the actors I spoke to could explain to me the history behind this tradition, but bristled when I suggested other nations find it strange. There's a strong bond of trust between Orlesian theater troupes and their viewers. Indeed, I rarely attended such attentive audiences than in Val Royeaux. It is my guess that Orlesians, surrounded as they are by masks in their daily lives, both require and fully respect a place where the objects boldly display their wearers' intentions for a change. An appendix at the back of this volume lists the appearance and meanings of Orlay's theatrical masks. These conventions are vital to understanding the history of its finest theater, a journey I hope you will find as rewarding as I have. What that makes me think of, one thing that brings to mind is the idea that some cultures have social customs that help shape a lot of basic interactions. They're more rigid social customs that help shape basic interactions, like meeting someone under formal or informal other circumstances. Dictates behavior when parties meet and greet and interact. And how different that can be in other cultures where that isn't done, and it's all sort of freewheeling. One of the things that's always my own social awkwardness and being a hermit in part has come from a lot of that. I don't want to put too much weight on it, but I've been always aware of how we lack that here. In the United States, we seem to lack a lot of that here. And it's almost like the customs just come and go with the breeze. It really made sense to me. I always longed for a little more rigid structure.
Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor.
Not sure that would be better. But I always felt a little lost in a world of rapidly fluctuating social
Message
customs.
coming in. Patching it through.
I had hoped to tour
Inquisitor.
the royal
Edge, thank you for the host.
The
Thank
sooner
you.
we track down this infiltrator, the better.
It's such a pity the wings seem.
Dregs, exploiting professional lurking skills. Most excellent. Hope you're having a good day, Dregs.
Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary?
Nothing that stands out. I doubt there's a single person here without ulterior motives.
Who do you
Did I
think
just
the
ask?
Inquisition should support?
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
Do you have any advice?
Orlesian social events don't fall within my area of expertise. There are a few here we can trust. Be careful.
Novo. Colin's got admirers.
You've attracted a following. Who are all these people?
I don't know. They won't leave me alone.
I take it you're not enjoying yourself.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
We'll talk later.
I await your signal.
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes. Yes.
Visible wall. There are a lot of places we can go wandering and exploring, and I won't remember what they all are. We can go over here, but not anywhere else. Oh, Dregs. Who else is getting ready for the hurricane? I've heard from a few. Dregs, what does your prep involve? Anything more than just basic hunkering down? How much weather are you expecting from that? That's right. Kim's neighbor is a black lab. No people have ever been spotted. That's a shame. I wonder. I mean, my neighbors. I know my neighbors, but I wonder if it looks a bit like that here too. My dogs have free run of inside and outside. I don't spend enough time with them in the yard. I mean, we go out together for walks, but I don't hang out enough in my own backyard. Vestibule. Take a look at what the journal says. Speak with Leliana, and Leliana is out in the vestibule. Court approval at 60 of 100. More information about Corypheus's agent may be found in the guest wing of the palace. Is that a palace map? Guest wing. Guest wing, just connect up from there, or can I get to the guest wing? Make another crack at getting into the guest wing right now.
Be careful with that
I can't remember my way around.
My third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia. I swore off marriage forever.
Alright. And Liliana's not up here, right? Spoken with everyone who's up here. Sarah and Cullen and Josie and her sister and the council. Yeah, I'm no good at parties. Not this kind. Not this kind. Not the grand ball. Give me a music festival, I can do that.
I was hoping it would catch you. What did the Duke say?
He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something
South
that
Pond.
she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
And totally awesome. Put the sand in your britches, Liliana.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
You think she's controlling the minds of the court? That's powerful blood magic.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
South Pond, you're tired of playing Inquisition, so you moved on to watching other people play it? You guess. Well, this is, played it before, but it was before the DLC came out. It was when it was new. I played through it then and burned out on it and haven't played since, and enjoying it a whole lot more now.
This
Giving it
all
some
is
time
a
to
waste
breathe.
of time, like all Orlesian foolishness. Let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed anything noteworthy?
Nothing yet. I will let you know.
You don't seem to care much for the ball.
Orlesians pretend their petty squabbles are a game. Yes, let us treat murder, corruption, and deceit as delightful amusements. How wonderful.
I'm with you,
We are
Cassandra.
here
It's
to
pretty
save
silly.
Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
That's Cullen and Cassandra who think Gaspard would be better off.
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Corypheus wants, and we must oppose him. Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and Gaspard take the throne. He would see the true
Interesting.
threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert. We don't know where the enemy is hiding.
I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
Okay, speaking to Liliana, I was just about turning this stuff in, though.
I had
wasn't
no idea.
I'll never get the game. No, we spoke to Liliana because of the main quest, but separately we talked to Liliana to turn in the bits of
I have
information
detected a
and little
signal embedded
secrets
in the
that we
static.
pick up. Zeus a deuce. I don't think I said that right. Zeusetus. Zeusetus. And South Pond. Thank you for the follow. All aboard! Welcome aboard the
I have
Starship
detected a
Chaos.
signal embedded in the static.
Welcome both. Tell me if I mangled your name. Anyone, please correct me if I mangle your name. Should we call you Zeus? Tell me what we can call you, please. Besetus. And it's not Zeus. Sorry, I read too fast, too. Oh, it's pretty easy to mangle things from this side, but I should pay it more mind. I sometimes do quick reading things.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Besetus. You tell me before I mangle it a third, fourth, fifth time. Damien, thank you for the host. Zeusetus? Lucidus. Cool. Thank you. Alright. Supposed to go into the guest wing and look for more information.
There must be something here.
Another Caprice coin. Still at work, Damien? Got a lurk? Okay. Lately. Get your work done. Servants' quarters. Requires servants' quarters key. Shocked, I tell you, I'm shocked.
Leave us.
Oh, eavesdrop. That said question. Does eavesdrop. Conversation between the servants. Well, them wander somewhere. We'll find a spot.
Interesting.
The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
Yeah, this ball will take a while. In fact, we'll probably have a break in the middle of it and then finish it on the next chunk. Break. For a reveal.
Leave us.
Us. Eavesdropping in here, isn't there?
We need more servers in the
Lots
bedroom.
of eavesdropping, and then a few conversations, which also affect what we get for court
My
approval.
lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this message is from the Empress?
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I'm always honored to hear from Her Majesty.
Oh, she is the honored one, Inquisitor.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andraste in her holy endeavor.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for me to help her defeat the Duke.
Oh, this is not meant as a bargain by any means, Inquisitor.
No, it's
The support of
formal.
the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiations are concluded.
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopelessly out of his depth.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade, Inquisitor.
RT, self-diagnosed narcolepsy. Didn't know you could do that.
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
Oh, that's one of the hidden stashes. Okay. Wasn't very exciting loot, but if Sarah approves, then it was worth it. The Art of the Winter Palace, the Lady of Regrets. For the wisest lady in all the land, the criers called, "Come one and all, to hear words like jewels, bright with meaning and grand purpose." When all had come and gathered near, the lady spoke. Beyond us is a field empty of rightness and wrong. There you may find me, my soul unarmored, my shield shrouded by my tears for those who yet say, no regrets. Let sorrow water what's dear. Wisdom cannot grow in barren sand. Mine too. Do not get any credit if you don't find them all.
Interesting.
Do you see the climb prompt that was there?
Good to know.
Or did we get 1 point of court approval for each of those coins? Point. Deliver scandalous letters to Leliana. Briala's agents. There's Iron Bull. Looks like just outside the door. Explore the Grand Library for information on the Empress's occult advisor. Investigate Briala's agents. Sandra out in the vestibule. Cullen, Leliana near Cullen. As for a good order of operations to get done some of the things we want. Requires more Halla statues. Those doors.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Yeah, I have... At least I have played it, but... That's all still a little vague. Court approval. Exploring the off-limit spaces of the palace can yield rewards, but take care not to be gone too long. When you're absent from the party, people notice and your court approval will drop. You don't have all the time in the world to go wandering. Use Halla statue. Scandalous lead. Is there one? Mechanics of this mission are pretty frustrating. There's the Grand Library. Another Halla statue door. That apparently I had enough statues to open. Okay. Negotiations. Celine, we can discuss this like adults, can't we? We both know the weapon at Briala's disposal. It not only turned the tide of our war, but every war. The Empire must control it. I do not believe you disagree. She is now a greater threat to Orlais than anything else. You and I work together, we can wrest control away from her. Do not deceive yourself that she will be open to negotiation or diplomacy. You know her better than anyone. You know that's impossible. Gaspard, Empress Celine, talking about Briala, was her lover, but is one of the parties at play here for power. Court approval has dropped 2 points.
Because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you condone that? They are the ones who should be brought to heel, if you ask me.
We have 7 scandalous secrets. I believe we get some approval for that. Okay. What's what? Description. Lam Sharal investigation clues. Lady M, I need you at my side tonight. The unpleasantness in the royal wing has convinced me there is no safety within the palace. I did not expect my cousin to employ magic, I would hardly be surprised if he provoked another infestation, since my court enchanter is not here to assist me. Must rely entirely upon you. No one else I can trust. Lady M. Lady M. Light Veil Fire. Alas, I am not a mage, so I can. Doesn't the mage have to do that? There were a rune in here, and I don't know that there is, though I assume there is based on that. Don't remember it. There's something, yeah, something. So far, we've only lost 7 points of court approval. Blue flame. Blue flame. Red, and it seems to have reset. Blue flame. Grenade! Recipe. Enhanced belt of range defense. Masterwork Magister Staff Blade. Oh, that could be a good one. Watch out for the court approval. Right, but we're going to get more. We're going to do things to get more. So hopefully it hasn't dropped too much. And there haven't been any bells to call us back, so we're not in trouble. Dong. Book, Halam Sharal Investigation Clues. Grandchildren of Emperor Judicael Valmont I and Duchess Katrine of Habsburg. Stinia. Lineage. Scandalous something. I know the court approval is dropping, but I don't think we've had, I don't think it's dropped too much. Don't we need to find some stuff? I mean, we need to find stuff. All right, the door's open over here. That's good. Only opens from this side. Now it's open. We should be able to get back in there. Scandalous lead. Okay. Investigate Brielle's agents, right. Back over here. Just hopefully we get a net gain from all of that stuff that we picked up, extra scandalous information, yada yada. Okay, court approval. Stops going down. Open the locked door in the lower garden. Didn't, oh yeah, 3 statues. Door, if we were gonna open the door. Like how the bard waited for me to get there to start playing music again.
You got anything that needs killing? Because the nobles keep messing with me and they think I don't know they're doing it. This keeps up, I'm gonna wear somebody's skull as my fancy little mask.
Sounds good to me, Bull.
Look at this with the eyes of a Ben Hasrath and tell me what you see.
It's a mess. Everyone's trying so hard to hide that they're walking around in plumage. Makes it tough to spot the dangerous lies, as opposed to the normal stuff. Oh, but that couple over there with the silver masks? The woman's doing one of the nobles. And the guy's doing 2 different servants.
Well, it's just a giant orgy.
What do you think of the masks the nobles are wearing?
They're no good as disguises, and they don't cover the mouth or hide body language, so they're not much help for lying. As fashion goes, I don't know. I've seen dumber.
Anything catching your eye?
They've got these candied nuts with some kind of spice on them. It's sweet until you swallow, and then, bam, hot. Also, Orlais has some fine-looking redheads. I go more for the servants personally. Less makeup. Nothing on the assassins, though.
Talk to you later, Bull.
As long as you're covering the important bits, Bull. Oh, if we need a elves we talk to, not eavesdrop on.
Interesting.
It is wit.
Boring.
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's vitriol.
Awfully selfish of this filly, running off to play and leaving you with all the work.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duties to roll some elven maid. Tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the council. Wonderful timing, Philippe. Thank you for listening to me rant. You are too kind, Inquisitor.
DJ Kikisa, how you been? See you, it's been a while.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
Oh, but I do. I have to nudge the elves before they go somewhere and whisper. Well, now we've got a spot to eavesdrop. Ready to roll, baby. I don't know. What's up with the unfollowed glitch? There's always been weird, random reports. I don't think there's anything systematically broken. Not that I know of. Beard that is evil. Hey. DJ just moved to a new appointment. Still waiting for a network connection.
It's been hours.
I bet you're
to the servants' wing.
not thrilled.
Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Getting your network on Saturday? Search the guest wing. Hidden.
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
Well, well.
That was part of what we needed, really needed.
What's this?
Really good here. Evil, thank you. But you. Too. Looked like he was gonna be getting rid. Oh. Little I can see it cleared all up. Sure, all investigation clues. Staff. Briala, we need immediate support down there. Something's gone wrong.
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
That's the first bell. Don't we want to head back after the second bell? We don't want to go wandering too far off at this point. But we could do a little more, right? It'd be nice to turn this stuff in with Liliana. Well,
I had no idea.
11 scandalous secrets. Grab a save. Grab a save. I think we can get a little more court approval here.
Well, well, the Inquisitor. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
Oh shit, there's the second bell.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child, Gaspard. Never listen,
Another time, my lord.
Well, we got 15 for just saying hi and then running off. Better hurry.
Just gossip.
Again, Liliana's over there.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
We may never know. Courtly intrigues and all that.
Such intrigues obscure much, but not all. I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I hope so. I could use another ally here.
A sentiment I share, considering recent events.
Recent events?
Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone. Is that wise?
I must return to her anon, but she is safe enough, for the moment. 'Twould be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in protecting Empress Celine? Are you her bodyguard?
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor, even if they knew otherwise. There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent? He might have had useful information.
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not attacked me first. Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came until after the battle, and regret only that I could not capture him alive. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
Briala's people are whispering about disappearances in the servants' quarters. This key may lead there.
The ambassador does have eyes and ears everywhere, does she not? Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies abound, and not all of them aligned with Tevinter. What comes next will be most exciting.
Back to the ballroom? That count for coming back already. Wanted to turn in Empress's ladies in waiting. Speak with Ambassador Briala. Was that it? We made it back? Make it back? Talking to Morrigan counts we were
Look
good?
at Lady Cambien's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. What a disaster.
There's a Tevinter assassin on the loose and you're concerned about buckles on shoes.
Everyone needs a hobby. Besides, you can learn a great deal about a person from their clothing. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. A slipper is easily lost and finds itself in the dust and dirt. She is unconcerned with the possibility of losing the shoe or soiling it. A vulgar display of wealth. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. They have their title, but little else. So, how did Cambian acquire such a grand shoe, What has she done?
We're still
Who has
talking
she
about shoes?
petted? These are all useful questions, no?
I'll leave those to you, Liliana.
You're different here than in Skyhold. More approachable, perhaps.
This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. This is the Imperial Court. This is the beating heart of the Great Game. Of course, everyone is wearing a mask. I learned this very young. I was still a girl when I attended my first ball. All this, the smiles, the small talk, it is a dance. And like any dance, it can be learned. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the steps may be performed in our sleep.
I'd rather study a dead language. Thanks,
Who do you think the
Liliana.
Inquisition should support?
What we need most of all is a stable Ole. Either Celine or Gaspard can give us that.
I found this out. I'm not sure of its value.
Very interesting. It may not help our investigation, but we can put it to use. A little more dirt like this, and we might have some leverage in the court. If you find more, let me know.
I should go. Be on your guard.
I always am.
Court approval is up to 91. Court approval's looking pretty good. It'll go down again later, soon, when we...
Do take care. Enjoy the masquerade.
Bard, the ladies in waiting, and Briala. The three parties. The ladies representing the Empress, Bard, and Briala. Conversations are different, though, potentially, based on what we've found. Like, we could go enter the servants' quarters.
Inquisitor Trevelyan.
Talk first.
Slumming even more than usual. I
Oh!
see. You've charmed some of the nobles. We'll see how long you can keep their favor. What
That was
brings you to
rude.
me?
Learn some things. We play our cards close to our chest. Tell no one anything.
I had a question about you, Briala.
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. That should tell you everything you need to know about my life. I'm good
Oh.
at what I do. That's all that matters. I will help my people no matter the cost.
I've been told you were romantically involved with the Empress.
I didn't take you for a gossip monger, Inquisitor. I
Oh.
suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. Yes, Celine and I were lovers once, but we've gone our separate ways now.
Who are you?
What's your story? How is an elf invited to the Empress's ball as an ambassador?
Backwards questions.
Empress Celine and I have...
Established.
There was a time when I put my spies at her disposal. She knows my qualifications. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
What do you mean, we had a falling out?
She betrayed me. Turned me over to the guards on a trumped-up charge to save her political reputation. It wasn't personal. It's the game. That's how all Orlesians justify these things to themselves. It wouldn't do to let the court know she had an elven friend.
If she doesn't win you back to her side, what do you intend to do?
I have contingency plans. I'm not a child putting all my hopes on a single ball. This evening gives me access to Duke Gaspard. He's challenging. Not as progressive or persuadable as his cousin. But with time and sufficient blackmail, he might work with us.
You're just telling me?
You just told me you have reason to betray the Empress.
I know it's incriminating. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here, The court would certainly pin her death on me. An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
We'll speak more later, Ambassador.
Another time, Inquisitor.
Well, we could talk to the ladies in waiting. Maybe get more information. Talk to... overhear something else. Scandals. Talk to Gaspard for any information. We don't actually have a journal entry, quest journal that says talk to Gaspard, but there might still be. Let's check in with Sarah.
Is this it? Just looking at each other and what? I'm waiting for the party to start.
Me too, Sarah. Me too.
Making any new friends?
Not as many as you. You can really play their game. I could do without. So many feathers. Just think of all the bare-assed birds flopping around.
Old Snake, what's up? Get your new internet today. You can watch from your shed now. Oh, yeah. Is that the preferred place?
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty.
All right, same conversation as before. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you.
Not going anywhere.
Who was that Inquisition officer over there? You'll never get to talk to him. He wouldn't even dance with the Comtesse d'Argent.
Journal says enter the servants' quarters again, or that's in the wing we were in before. And we can enter the servants' quarters this time. I guess we're doing all right. Not bad. Wandering off. There's something about the trophy room. What?
This could be worth checking out.
I had a feeling, Old Snake. I had a feeling. Can't get in the trophy room yet. Should have figured you would know. Required formal attire. Open the inventory menu to equip weapons and armor.
Caught in the middle of this crap. What full... Qualified arsehole stops to kill a cook.
I don't really have to equip everyone's, do I? Ah! Kidding me? Are you kidding me? You're kidding me, right? Another AoE dagger for her. Dagger. AoE daggers. Bull had that. She was using this axe. Everybody could use some slightly better gear still. Iron Bull. Yeesh. A pain in the ass? Why couldn't the game re-equip my stuff? Just, I mean, a little bit mean and lazy to not have it code. Like, alright, we're gonna unequip all the gear. Alright, wasn't everything. Wasn't belts and rings, but...
Whoever did this ought to be down here somewhere.
Quarters look awesome. Carvings around the fire. Journal, Diary of a Nosy Servant. Since I took that box up to the Grand Apartments, 9 people have subtly tried asking me where the vault is, including a couple of chevaliers, the 5th under-gardener, and one of the Grand Duchess's footmen. I'm not mad enough to tell. Work for Pommel. Palace statuette. You grab that? That. You? What jumping puzzle is this? I don't remember that. I really don't remember that. I don't remember it. I also don't know the way up. Up on the arrow. Winter Palace, Servants' Wing. During her reign's 5th year, Empress Celine substantially expanded the palace servants' living quarters. They now encompass a large stretch of garden which the landscape architect Treneau designed. It is considered one of the finest examples of his style in Orlais. Else up on the rafters. What a weird thing to have in a Dragon Age game. Let's go climbing on the rafters. Court approval is going down right now.
Let's look around.
Looking. I saw the ding a moment ago. Oh, it's gone again. Hello, statue. That was a residual ding. You can get it without jumping up there? You just jump up and spam A and just jump and grab it?
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This guy's way too fancy to belong down here. What's his story?
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Oh, looking for the Harlequin. Man. I remember getting frustrated with this for some reason.
Predatory agents!
Find the Harlequin.
Must be the Venatorian.
Bull, are you stuck? Bull, why are you stuck? Not cool, Bull. Not cool.
The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
What an awesome bug. Shit, one of them was mage, huh? Right for the spellbinder. Daughter's probably got a few points to spend. She hasn't been out in a little while. Andy! Cheese for everyone! Cheese just improves everything. Board approval. Dropping. Grand apartments. Endium of our Legion Theater. Sarah has 1 point. Already looking mighty fine as a Tempest. Penetration coming up. Stealth. Upgrade to stealth. Swing. Sneak attack, critical hit chance. Is break time, but it's not a great time for a break. Does that make sense? Chavez, Mother of Orlais. Not read that in the interest of making a little bit of progression here. Oh, this is where we needed to go. This is the right place. I think this is where we go to find the Harlequin. Save and pause, and that should stop the countdown. Yeah, in fact, good. Save, yes, pause. I think upstairs here is where we will find the Harlequin. So, okay. Yay, we'll break on air quotes. I'll see you all in about 10, 12 minutes. Go stretch your legs, grab a drink, smoke them if you got them, hug something furry or less than furry. See you in a few minutes. Cheers.